Welcome to the Activation Nation podcast, where we talk all things business, mindset, momentum, and what it really takes to build the life that you want. I'm your host, Mindy Trimble, and I am thrilled to be here, and I hope that you are also. I have the amazing Francesca from the sales team joining me today. Fran, welcome.
Hi guys.
All right, we are going to dive into what's new this month, and July is always, maybe I'm biased. It's one of my very favorite months. I love July. I love the 4th of July. I love the warm weather, all the things. And hopefully everyone's enjoying all of that. But the biggest thing that we have going on here at LifeVantage right now is a new quarter, which is always exciting. We just came out of June, which closed out, a month, but also a big quarter for us. And jumping into a brand new quarter where things feel fresh, they feel new. It feels like kind of a fresh start, right? Where you can start over in your business in a way and look at what's new and what new things you can do with your business and your teams and make things fun. And it's kind of, I think it's easy in the summertime to make things fun. There's a lot of opportunities there. There's also a lot going on. And so sometimes that can be a little challenging. But we're going to dive into a little bit of what are some things that you can do to help keep the momentum and keep your business going during a busy, exciting, but busy month, right? A lot of traveling, a lot of vacations, things like that. Before we do that, though, let's just rewind a little bit and talk about June. June turned out to be really a fantastic month.
Amazing, yes.
We had some incredible milestones happen. We had some rank advancements. We had a lot of rank advancements across the board. We had a lot of enrollments happen. We had some fun incentives going on. So let's talk a little bit about that. And Francesca, from a sales perspective, you're really diving into like all the numbers and you're seeing all of that and you're talking to the field and kind of having those conversations and working with those that are listening and out there doing all the things. So would you mind sharing with us like some of the wins that you've seen from your end and your perspective?
Yeah, so June was special because I really saw people truly getting back to basics and really understanding and resonating with that message of simplicity that we've been trying to share here at corporate. And because of that, I feel like those income producing activities that were their focuses when they were just starting out, when they were, maybe a new consultant or when they were seeing the biggest growth in their businesses, we really started seeing that come through. So we did see a lot of rank advancements, but more importantly, I think, is that the behaviors were there. Yeah. So we saw a lot of volume increase month over month. For some people, they were back to, volume amounts that they hadn't seen in months. Yeah. So for me, that was really exciting because they were really just tapping back into don't overcomplicate it.
Right.
Just build your business and you know what you have to do. Just do it.
Why do we tend to do that? But man, we do in lots of different areas, not just business. But I love that. I love that message so much, getting back to basics, simplicity. And when you really, it really does help. It kind of like sometimes quiets down the noise that we've got going on and gets us back to what we know how to do best and what got us to maybe where we were at and wanted to get back to. Right. I love that. Let's talk about, we had a really big rank advancement, exciting one.
Yes, Maki.
Congratulations,
Maki. Executive Consultant 2.
That's awesome. That's a huge milestone. We wanted to make sure we gave her a big shout out. So congrats to Maki and of course all of the other rank advancements that we had during the month of June. Congrats to all of you. All right. We have A big thing coming up that we announced at Momentum Academy that we are here at corporate, I think, getting really excited about, and I think out in the field too. I think that this is something that is being talked about a lot. We have a new CEO starting next month, and we had an incentive going on last month where you could earn the CEO meet and greet and come out to Utah and meet our new CEO. Yeah. Get to rub shoulders with a lot of others and just be here and get to know him, get to know Crossline people, and just enjoy each other for a couple of days. We had kind of surpassed the number that we were expecting of those of you to qualify. So congrats to all that qualified. And tell us a little bit, Francesca, from your point of view again, just what that looked like for you guys, because I know as a sales team, you had kind of set what you thought.
We thought like 50.
That was kind of the goal or the estimate of what. Yes. And are we
are pushing 80. Yeah, we're pushing 80. This is such a big deal because the message that especially Brinley and I were trying to share was that you always hear, I was there from the beginning, you know? And so to me, this is sort of a brand new chapter of LifeVantage with our new CEO starting. And how amazing would it be to be able to say, I was there from the beginning, from this, this inception, if you will. And so to see that many people go for it and hit it, and honestly, these people surpassed that 2,000 SV enrollment volume. So I was super proud to see just how many people put their head down and got to work. So to me, that's what makes it special, is that you're going to be there in a new era of LifeVantage. You're going to be able to sort of see behind the curtain, if you will, and be in a more intimate setting.
Yeah, yes. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's a beautiful time of year. Yeah. There's going to be some really great things happening. So, okay. July. Here we are, new quarter, all the things. Let's talk about some specific business tactics or things that can really help those trying to keep the momentum going in July, which we talked about a little bit in the beginning, can be challenging just because of the time of year. Yeah. And so there's one big thing that we have done that was a big hit in June that we've decided to go ahead and extend. So if you haven't heard it yet, we are extending the bonus volume incentive through the month of July. So tell us what that looks like.
So this is a huge deal. Again, this just speaks to simplicity. So income producing activities that are basic, they are simple, they are repeatable, and enrolling someone, a consultant, with these enrollment packs is the way to go, because there's just no other way to say it besides this bonus volume it's something really special. You are just getting, I guess you can say you're getting every ounce of a juice out of that orange, if you will.
I like that.
So I think that this just makes it super simple. Like, don't overthink it. Focus on the enrollment packs. Focus on, your consultants getting the most bang for their buck, right?
Yeah.
And all the juice out of your orange. And also, this just keeps adding to that simplicity message, because just continue to do what you did in June, right? Shoot for that 2,000 in enrollment volume. And if you break it down, that's 2 business packs and, just a little bit more. So I would say I love this. I hope I'm sort of petitioning for this, but I hope that we can keep these sort of things around, because it just keeps things simple.
Well, honestly, the thing that I think I love the most about it is that it's keeping the behaviors the exact same. So we're extending it, but even when we first introduced it, it wasn't something that was a distraction or something that you had to go, oh, shoot, I need to learn all these rules or all these things and readjust what I'm doing. You could continue hopefully doing what you were doing and maybe add to it a little bit, or just bump up the volume a tiny bit with what you were already doing.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably my favorite thing about it is not recreating the wheel.
Exactly.
We're just encouraging, hopefully encouraging those behaviors that you already have.
Right.
Happening.
And I want to add to something here for everyone listening. And I'm sure you've heard this before, but the same amount of effort that you put into selling that smaller pack is the exact amount of effort it takes to selling that bigger pack. So if I could give you some really good advice for your business is, don't worry about what somebody has in their pocket. That's not your business to determine for the person. You give them the best option. And for me, specifically, that is the business pack, because it gives them everything they need, including access to the wealth of knowledge that you have put your time into learning.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, it really shows the investment that someone is willing or ready, maybe is a better way to put it, ready to make. And that gives you it gives you some knowledge and a nice spot of knowing where to start with that person.
Yeah.
And that can be really helpful for them and also for you as a leader. Yeah. So, okay, let's shift gears just a tiny bit. But, of course, we're really trying to keep things in line and all things play into the others. But we have an event coming up that we've been working a lot on, and we have some exciting announcements that will be announced there. We have our Activate Virtual on July 11th. Why should people tune into that?
So these events are special in their own way because although they are virtual and, we love a big corporate in-person event, you have the opportunity to have your own personal little intimate in-person event. And you can tailor it to your vibe, and you can, just make it super fun. It's summer, like it's the time to have fun. And a couple of things that you're not going to want to miss is just the vision that is always cast so well by Kristen. We are going to be sharing new ways to earn and grow your business. I think the most exciting thing that a lot of people are waiting to hear about is the location of our Achievers Retreat for 2027.
I know. I think everyone's dying to know about that.
It's going to be somewhere super cute.
And fun.
Yeah. And just special messages and, sneak peeks to things. But just keep that camaraderie going. Host an event. Practice your leadership by hosting an event and making it a total vibe at your house or a location, a venue, whatever it may be. But these events are super important.
And if you're not hosting an event and you don't have a leader or you're a leader or you're a person on your team local to you, find an event of someone near you.
Yes.
There are so many going on. And I think that one thing I've learned here at LifeVantage is that people always have open arms.
Yes.
And are so welcoming. And so there are so many events going on. Find one that is local to you and meet some new people.
And if all else fails, guys, and you can't go to one, this is going to be available to everyone. So I think the accessibility also to these little events are super cool because there really is no excuse not to miss it. But of course, we prefer, our fabulous in-person events.
Of course. They're way too much fun to miss, right? Okay. Well, we've got, like I said, we're starting this new quarter, a new fresh start, lots of things. And so think about, as you're starting this, I think some important things are resetting your mindset. Yes. Rather, last quarter was amazing for you or not. This is a new start. Yes. And so just kind of giving yourself a minute, reset, and hit the ground running. Make sure that you have your calendar ready, right? Look at what events are coming up. Look at what events maybe are in your area that you can invite to online. there's so many
so
opportunities.
many things. And just set your intention, I would say. Set your intention and the theme maybe even of this new fiscal year, of this new business year, if you will. Get really clear on what you're trying to achieve and the activities that it's going to take day in and day out to get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we talked about attending, being sure to tune in. If you're not able to attend a watch party in person or you're not hosting, make sure that you tune in and watch Activate Virtual. But we also have some other events that are happening. We've got our product training.
Yeah, we have a product training on July 16th. So, I mean, it's just free education, right? And I think I've heard some of our big leaders say it here, information is free. So why wouldn't you take advantage of things like product education, or just look at Big Blue calendars, see what is going around in or around your area, or is there virtual opportunities on Big Blue calendar? So make sure you're always looking at that. We're also, of course, just like every other month, we'll have our close of the month call on July 27th, and we always have some, fun speakers, some inspirational speakers. You can learn something. Just take all of these opportunities as opportunities to learn and to better yourself as a business builder.
Absolutely. And as a reminder, we always have every month opening of the month call on the first business day of the month and close the month call at the end of the month. Yes. So there are lots of opportunities for you to tune in and find out what is happening, what's going on, hearing from a, like you said, fabulous leader, sharing some of their knowledge. So these are things that you want to always make sure that you have on your calendar, and then fill in. There are so many opportunities, like Francesca said, in between those two to make sure that you're tuning into. Just to kind of close things out, I want to reiterate, we briefly touched on the Achievers Retreat. Yes. We're going to find out the amazing location very, very soon on July 11th. But one of the things that I think is really important for us to just touch on or talk about, and you can find all of the details for the rules and how to earn points and all the things on these calls, on the Comms Hub, on the website. There's a lot of different places that you can really dive into how to earn the points. But I feel like one of the most important things is going back to what you started telling us, Francesca, at the very beginning of simplicity.
Yes.
And how the qualifications for this particular retreat really speak to that. Tell us a little bit about what I mean.
So we're going to continue with those simple actions. So enrolling, retaining, and advancing. If you can focus on those 3 areas of your business, the sky's the limit, right? So that's all you need to focus on for this Achievers Retreat qualifications. Like Mindy mentioned, you will find out the location very, very soon. You can find all of the nitty-gritty details on the website, but this is going to be open for the US, Mexico, Canada, and Europe. So lock arms. I think you mentioned this earlier, Mindy, but I love that LifeVantage is so cross-team or cross-line friendly. I love how everyone is so welcoming and just willing to lend an ear or lend a bit of wisdom. So really, lock arms with people and ask for help, ask for pointers, share your best practices. But if I can tell you guys, just enroll, retain, advance. Just those 3 things. Work that into your business day every day. You're not going to want to miss this location. It's going to be so fun.
I agree.
And it's going to give you a nice little break, if you will. I keep trying to drop hints, but that's enough. Someone take my mic away.
That's it. That's all she's getting. We're cutting her off. Francesca, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing just yourself and the wisdom that you have and some of the things that you've learned this last month. And again, huge shout out and congrats to all of you that had an amazing month in June. We're seeing it and we're very excited and we're cheering you on all along the way. So
thanks for having me. Bye.
All right. Bye, everyone. See you next week. Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Active Activation Nation podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future episodes and updates, and share with a friend or prospect that you think could benefit from today's conversation. Check the episode description for any links or disclaimers, and we'll see you next week for another episode. And now, the legal stuff. The sales earnings disclosed are potential gross earnings and do not account for expenses incurred in building a business. The average 12-month earnings of a typical U.S. consultant who earned in 2024 are $683. LifeVantage does not guarantee any income or rank success. A consultant's earnings will depend on individual diligence, work effort, and market conditions. Visit the LifeVantage Income Disclosure Statement for more information.